Welcome to the podcast, The Next Big Thing. I'm your host, Keith D. Terry, a consultant, a coach, and a serial entrepreneur. The mission here is to teach, inspire, and to motivate. Today's episode is a little different. It's just me and you. No guests, no panels, just a real conversation of what it takes for you to make your next move and why the biggest shift might be the one that you've been avoiding. Whether you're feeling stuck, whether it's difficulty scaling up, or you're just unsure what your next move is, this episode is for you. I'm not here to hype you. I'm here to hand you the keys. Because the truth is, your next big thing isn't out there somewhere. It's already inside of you. Let me start with something real. A few years ago, I thought my biggest moves were behind me. I had already held executive offices, launched businesses, spoken on stage, run for and won publicly elected office. But deep down, I was tired of the grind, tired of wondering, is this it? Tired of pouring out and not feeling poured into. Then I realized something. My next big thing isn't out there somewhere. It was already inside of me. And that's what I'm saying to you. Your next big move is already inside of you. You don't need more credentials, more clarity. You don't need more hustle. You need more alignment. So today I'm going to share with you 3 very powerful moves that you can make before August. That can reset your career, ignite your business, or rebuild your personal momentum, no matter what your age is, your title, the amount of money you have in your bank account. This episode is not about hype. It's about execution. So let's get into it. Let's make it happen. Move now. Ruthlessly clear on what you want. Clarity is not a luxury. It's your fuel. I'll say it again. Clarity is not a luxury. It's your fuel. People aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're climbing the wrong ladder. Let me ask you a question that changed everything for me. I asked you, are you building a life you admire or just surviving one you can tolerate? Pretty deep question, isn't it? Let me tell you about a couple of my clients. Let me tell you about Dana, one of my clients, a brilliant, successful, 6-figured female. But every Monday as she went in the office, it felt like a funeral. I asked her to do one thing, get a sheet of paper and draw a line down the paper. On one side, I want you to write what I want more of. On the other side, what I will no longer tolerate. That list became her roadmap. Today, Dana runs a thriving business that fuels her, and it doesn't drain her. So here's your assignment. Grab a sheet of paper and take a pen and write down the middle. And on one side, I want you to write what you want, and on the side, what you will no longer tolerate. Move number 2, I want you to create a visibility plan that speaks to you. Yes, a visibility plan that speaks to you. Let me speak directly to those high achievers, the experts, the professionals, the leaders that are out there. You've done the work, but no one knows you. No one knows you're there. You got the results, you got the recipe, you have the experience, but you're still invisible. You don't need to be loud. You need to be seen. So let me introduce you to another one of my clients, Samuel. Samuel is an operations genius. He's a quiet guy, but a powerhouse. I told him, Samuel, you need 10,000 followers. What I mean to say is, Samuel, you don't need 10,000 followers. You need 10 people who know what you do. So he started to share one of his lessons on LinkedIn every week. Just real talk about his systems, about his leadership, about his principles. And within 3 weeks, he landed a speaking gig and closed a consulting deal. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to post one lesson. I want you to post one insight and record one video on your phone. Nothing fancy, just do it. And tell one person what your mission is. I want you to focus on visibility. Visibility turns wisdom into opportunity, reputation into revenue. Move number 3. I want you to ask for the conversation that could change everything. Again, I want you to ask for the conversation that could change everything. Here's the truth most people ignore. Your next big thing is already in your network. You just haven't asked for it. You're stuck. You're silent. Let me say that again. You're not stuck. You're silent. Let me tell you about Paul. Paul was laid off during the pandemic, but he's over 50. He lost confidence. He thought he was washed up. I said, Paul, reach out to 5 people and tell them what you're building. Tell them you're building something new. That's it. Reach out to 5 people and tell them that you're building something new. Within 1 week, he had 2 interviews and a freelance contract. He wasn't discovered. He initiated. Let me say that again. Paul wasn't discovered. He was initiated. So here's the script I want you to steal. I'm going to give this to you. I want you to call 5 people and tell them you're building something new and that you'd love their perspective. That's it. You don't need to have a pitch. You don't need to have beg. You just need to start the conversation. So let me recap the 3 things I'm telling you about, the 3 moves that you can make before August. 1, get clear on what you want and what you're done tolerating. Number 2, I want you to create a visibility plan that speaks to you. And number 3, ask for the conversations that could change everything. Initiate. This isn't fluff. These are moves that you can make before August to pivot, to evaluate, to elevate and to create momentum in your lives. Because listen, your next big thing is not a distant dream. It's just one small email away, one small conversation away, one decision away, and the clock is ticking. So I want you to be serious about this. And here's what I want you to do. DM me the word next, N-E-X-T, on LinkedIn or my website, www.keithdterry.com. And I'll send you my clarity checklist. These are the same questions you can use that I use on my private clients to help them pivot with purpose and power. And if you want to go deeper, let's talk. But this really is me wanting to give back to the world things that they can do now to elevate themselves. In the end, greatness doesn't come by playing it safe. It comes from leaning in, leveling up, and making it happen, even when your next move feels so uncertain. So go out there and chase your next big thing. Thanks for listening to The Next Big Thing. I'm your host, Keith D. Terry. If you've enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support this podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media or leave a rating and a review. To catch all the latest from me, you can follow me on my YouTube channel at Keith D. Terry. If you want to recommend a guest, please email me at info@terryperformancegroup.com. This has been produced by your host and Jade Productions.